Hey, Smoke Master D here, back with another episode of updating your pellet grill with Smoke Daddy's products. I'd like to start with a disclaimer that while I've bought a lot of their products myself, they did send me some for free, including this burn pot here. Just like to get that out of the way. I'd like to explain that we're doing this in the order of importance for upgrading your pellet grill. We started with the PID controller. I'm going to link that on the screen there if you want to go see that video. But now we're moving on to airflow, and things did not go the way that I expected them to. You'll actually see on your screen that the fan and the burn pot have switched places. I'm going to tell you why. So I did some tests on the airflow with my old fan from the Pit Boss and the new fan that Smoke Daddy sent me. And you can see some of the footage for that now. And when I did it, I found that the airflow was between 14 to 15 miles per hour for both of the fans. In fact, the original fan performed slightly better at one point. Now, Smoke Daddy's fan is higher amperage, which is why I believed that it would give me better airflow. But there's a lot of things that go into the airflow that a fan gives, including the surface area of the blades, the angle of the blades, as well as the RPM. So even though the original fan only had 3,000 RPM and Smoke Daddy's has 3,200 RPM, there wasn't enough difference there to create more airflow in the chamber. Now, if you want to know, is my fan giving me enough airflow, maybe since my Pit Boss is newer, maybe they upgraded the fan, maybe you're just getting a whole lot of white or dirty smoke when you're cooking with your pellet grill. You can actually check and see if the air is good or not. And the way that you could do that is you'd have to go to your controller and you'd have to unplug some of the other stuff. Basically, you just want the fan plugged in and the power, and then you could take out your burn pot and sort of create the same experiment, even if you don't have one of the air meters that I used. So these plugs, this is my old controller on the Pit Boss. These plugs are pretty easy just to take out and put back in. You need to look at your manual to see which one is the fan, or you can just see where the wires go, and you could turn it on with the other parts disconnected, and you'd feel the fan, and you'd have to decide, is this a strong enough airflow or not? And if you come to the conclusion that it's not, maybe upgrading the fan would be in your best interest. But for me, getting that second fan, which I did buy with my own money, was not the best decision. You'll see that I have other plans for the fan at the end of this video. But that is why we're switching the order around to this burn pot being ahead of the fan. Now, when you take a look at this burn pot and my original burn pot with the pellet grill, the thing that you're going to notice right away, perhaps you're going to notice that it looks a little rusted on this one, is that there are 2 extra holes there in the front. So this is a 7-hole burn pot, and this is a 9-hole burn pot. And these extra 2 holes help with a lot of stuff. One thing that they helped with right away is solving the blowback or burn back issue that you get using Smoke Daddy's PID controller. I don't know if it's for all PID controllers that you have burn back issues when you're using the original burn pot, but with Smoke Daddy's you do, and these 2 holes eliminate that problem. And part of the reason why is that they're adding extra air to sort of They add air to push the pellets away from the auger. So they're sort of pushing them this way. So pushing the fire a little bit out instead of being so close to the auger opening. And that increased airflow is also going to burn a little bit more efficiently. So really one of the easiest and best ways to increase the airflow to your fire is going to be these 2 extra holes. Now the thing about it is, you can just drill the holes yourself. That's always a possibility, you know. You just see where they are there, you know, one on each side, try to make them, you know, the same diameter as the other ones here. So that's definitely something you can do. You know, you don't need to get Smoke Daddy's burn pot just to do that. But, you know, this thing's already rusted a bit after a year. These things do burn out, you know. If you need a new burn pot, you might as well get the one with the extra holes already. You could get that from Smoke Daddy. Now, lastly, wanted to explain a little bit more about the whole airflow issue. You know, a lot of people may think, you know, better airflow means that the fire is going to burn more efficiently, which means less smoke. I want smoke. I'll just let you know how I think about it. So burning a more efficient fire hopefully is going to give you more of the right smoke, which is that hazy blue smoke. So, you know, the airflow isn't just to the fire, it's also, you know, carries on to the rest of your chamber. So the way that I look at it is more of the right smoke getting to my meat. And the way that I envision this is, you know, is the airflow to the chamber is going to be quicker too. So all of that good smoke is hopefully going to be hitting the meat more quickly and exiting, you know, with that higher velocity that you get from increased airflow. So hopefully airflow is going to be something that you can increase some with these holes. Hopefully that's going to end in a better tastier cook than you would have elsewise. And that's that for this episode. I'm going to continue one more episode with the auger motor and the burn rod, which, as you might have guessed, are the least important upgrades, but it could still be fun. And I'm going to leave you with one last clip of what I did with the fan. You know, why not?